Hello tutor, my name is Jessica Ortega and this is my contribution for the final exam of the course Testing and Evaluation in ELT. Continue, I'm going to present the group population that I chose the last time in the last activity. This is about 9 siblings aged 12 and 14 years old who receive private English lessons because their parents want to travel to an English-speaking country. We have here the opportunity to develop a planning for teach English for 3 years. Students receive 3 hours of English classes every 2 days at home with a private teacher. First, it's important to know that students have specific needs that I'm going to take into account later. Okay, let's continue. The method. I have designed this method taking in account the age of the students, the context, and the time that we have to develop a lesson planning or a course to learn English. First, identifying student needs. First, it's necessary to highlight that they need to communicate because they are going to live in another country. And in this case, it's really important to have into account listening and speaking skills. Of course, we can practice other skills like writing or reading, but I will focus in speaking and listening. Okay, then of identifying students' needs, I'm going to design a lesson planning, creating interactive classes with games, actions, interviews, and video presentation. In this case, and having into account that there are 9 siblings, it's important to promote collaborative activities because they can learn better and share knowledge. How I said before, I will focus on listening. This is a receptive skill, and speaking productive skills. It's really important using technology. The use of TICs will help the students to develop better knowledge. In this case, is a good option to use apps. Taking in account that we are in a society that develop abilities in the use of technology resource. Okay, it's important to have into account evaluation through technology, and I'm going to explain better this later. Okay, the approach. Taking into account the need of the students, that is to learn a second language, I base my proposed in communicative approach because they have to face a new country with English language, and the students need to be able to communicate ideas, feelings, and emotion in English. This is the main objective because they need to be listened and they have to be able to communicate in another country. That's why my approach is based on communicative. Okay, this is about the strategies, integrate strategies that I'm going to develop, taking in account my group population. Listen and music is a good strategy to practice listening skills. How I said before, collaborative activities, for example, roles, speech, developing listening exercise. This is similar to listening music. Speak, this is really important. They have to be able to express emotions, feelings, thoughts. Here, I can integrate the resource, technologic resource, EducaPlate. It's really interesting. we can practice vocabulary, we can practice listening, speaking sometimes, but it's common to do a writing exercise. In this case, it's really important to see movies, for example, because the students have to know how people of other countries communicate using English, and if it's possible, we can use movies about the country that they are going to live. Here I refer to telling stories. This is to practice to listening skills, and for me is really important to have into account. Okay. Assessment for English specific purpose. Okay. From my perspective, I have identified specific needs and purpose that siblings have to develop. Also, the main objective, of course, is to acquire English skills in general. It's necessary to focus in speaking and listening skills. They need to be able to face the country where native language or official language is English, and that's why I focus on listening and speaking skills. For assessment, I propose Randall's ESL. This is a really interesting platform where students can acquire vocabulary, practice listening and reading too. And as a teacher, I can use this platform to assessment. Another strategy that I consider really important is describing pictures. I have defined a specific purpose, a specific needs of my students, and speaking it's really important, and describing picture is a good option to students to be able to express some things. Conversational activities, taking into account that they can work collaborative. Okay. How to evaluate through technology. Okay, in this case, I propose the next strategies and technological resource. First, recording audios using Buckaroo. This is an easy tool where students can practice speaking, listening themselves, checking mistakes, and sharing with the others. Quizzes online too. This is a really interesting tool because we can practice grammarly, vocabulary, and most of all listening comprehension. Okay. Another tool is creating English presentations about daily activities or situations using Python or PowerPoint. How I said before, nowadays people is connected with technology resources, and I know that the students will be able to use Python or PowerPoint to express their knowledge through creating presentations. I would like to share too that platform British Council help in the acquisition of knowledge, and there are a lot of activities that we can develop with our students to acquire English skills. And finally, I propose to use Kahoot. For me, it's new. I used it the 1 month ago, I think, and it's really interesting and it's funny. Students are motivated to use Kahoot. Okay, and this is my proposal for the course, for the final exam. I hope that it could be a good option. Okay, bye bye. Finally, I share my reference. Thank you very much.